Canessa!
Good afternoon, gentlemen.
Good afternoon.
Good
Good afternoon,
afternoon.
Mr.
Yes,
Canessa.
since it's all formal
Welcome.
today. Yes.
Welcome to my Canessa. Good afternoon. That's something like
Like a
a
tuxedo.
that's something like you hear the Good afternoon, Mr. Bond.
Yes, exactly.
You know when you hear James Bond movie,
Yes.
Good afternoon, Mr. Bond. Welcome to Japan. Welcome to New Jersey, Mr. Bond.
Vanessa's going Hollywood.
Loosen up, Canessa.
All right. So we got the Devils and the Rangers tonight. It's gonna be a 1-0 game. I have no
Okay.
idea who's gonna win it because you got two of the worst teams that are playing in hockey right now facing each other. It's gonna be an awful game tonight, Goumba.
I couldn't agree with you more. I don't think the Rangers are going to score unless somebody throws a puck that goes off the boards, off a skate into the net. I definitely think the Devils are the better team, but I'll be rooting for the Rangers. I mean, it's not this game is not what it used to be, Kevin.
No, and I'll tell you what, the Devils have been awful since the Olympic break finished, and actually they were pretty bad right before the Olympic break too. They're like 3-17 in their last 20 games, and they're not scoring either. Kovalchuk has been a complete bust since he came here from Atlanta. That was supposed to be like this great trade and shit, but it has turned out to be absolutely nothing so far. So that's why I think it's going to be like the last time they played. The only goal was scored in a friggin' shootout.
Yeah, well, I will tell you this. I mean, since Kovac, how do you pronounce his name?
Kovalchuk.
Kovacic or Kovalchuk. I mean, this guy really blew it. I mean, this guy had what almost a $12 million a year offer, and his price must be way down.
Yep. And he hasn't scored. He had 30 goals with Atlanta, and I think he's got 2 or 3 since he got here.
It's amazing.
Yeah.
It's amazing that the money that some of these people. I mean, I haven't met an athlete that hasn't overestimated his worth
Yeah.
to a team. It's so amazing how much they think about themselves and what the reality is.
Well, speaking of athletes that think too much of themselves, this whole thing with Roethlisberger actually is an alleged sexual assault. Some 20-year-old woman, I guess Ben was at a bar, and it was a college bar, believe it or not, accused him of following her into a bathroom and trying to put the moves on her. So it actually is an alleged sexual assault.
Did they have sex?
That,
I mean, did he
Penetrate.
force sex on her?
Yeah, that I'm not sure about. That
Nobody
hasn't
knows?
been discussed. But I only know as much as this because Sid went on with Leslie yesterday to talk about it. And what is starting to become like a little bit clear with Ben Roethlisberger is that he's almost 30 years old, and he's still hanging out in college bars, and he's got this thing for real young women. And the other woman who accused him too was pretty young, so he's kind of they're starting to question: is there something wrong with Ben Roethlisberger that he's still hanging out in college bars now that he's a millionaire, successful, and getting older? So that's what the big question mark is right now with him.
Wow, so weird. And there's a part of this story that has yet to become public. And not only does Ben, obviously, or maybe, have a thing for young women, what we found out was that he also has a thing for young black men from Ohio. Archie. Archie went to a autograph signing for Ben Roethlisberger, and has claimed he's claimed that Ben grabbed his ass.
Come on, you weren't supposed to talk about that.
You want to talk about that?
No, you weren't supposed to talk about that, man.
Arch,
That
getting
was
it off your
between
chest is
me
a
and
good
you.
thing, brother. Come on.
Yeah, get it.
All I wanted was an autograph. That's all I wanted. You guys understand?
And
All I wanted was an autograph.
you got what? You gave Ben a handful. So you heard it here first.
You weren't supposed to tell nobody, Goumba.
I'm sorry. I apologize. I apologize. Don't quit. Please don't quit. What would I do without you? Please. No, but I mean, you know what? I really really, I, 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 I have to say it. It, my initial reactions, um, in cases like this is to question the motives. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? To question the motives. I mean, I say to myself, look, Rosselberger is a millionaire, like you said. He had one instance already where he skirted away from getting in a lot of trouble.
Yeah.
Now, is he that dumb? Could
Yeah.
he be that dumb? Or let's not even say dumb. Could he have been that drunk to follow a woman into a woman's room? And I have to tell you, Kevin, I don't know if you've been out lately, all right, but things have changed.
Ooh.
Men's rooms and women's rooms, that don't mean crap anymore.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Do you notice what I'm talking about?
Yeah. There's no.
I can't
There's no
tell
need
you
for
in New
signs.
York City. How, yeah, I mean, I've been. I walked in. I'm at a urinal, and a woman came out of the stall like it was nothing.
Yep.
You know, and I'm old school. I'm old school. That bothers me.
Right.
You know what I mean?
But
I mean, that bothers me. But you know
here's-
what?
you gotta
Today it
question
means
him, though.
nothing.
You got to question why he would go to a bar, though, and knowing who he is and what his stature is. He's got to be careful himself too, and know that as soon as he walks in, these women are going to be hanging around. They're going to know who he is. They're not stupid. They know what his history is, and they know about the past accusation. So it's like, here, take me. I'm a friggin' target. That's the thing that I don't get.
You know what? I guess you look. When people go out, you go out with your friends. You don't look in the mirror and straighten out your tie before you go out and say, "I'm going to get in trouble tonight."
True.
Nobody goes out with that attitude. I'm going to go get in trouble tonight. You know, you go out. You're going to go out with your friends. You're going to have a few drinks, and you're going to watch yourself. And
But-
you're going to, you know.
But Goomba,
I
would
don't-
you
I
ever
don't get
go
it.
to a
Well,
college? Would you go to a college night?
I mean, well, no.
You know, that's the thing. I mean,
not
he went,
at 20,
he's going to a place where there are underage drinkers. I mean, this girl's 20 years old, so
Right.
you're looking at a possible age group of 18 to whatever in that setting. He's got all the money in the world. He could go to a nice fancier place where he's not going to face that type of crowd. So he's lowering himself by going to a place where you got 18-year-olds hanging out.
Right.
So
Right. You know what? Yeah. Well, you know what? People make fun of Charlie Sheen for using hookers, but he never got any.
To each his own.
You know, none of the hookers ever charged Charlie Sheen with sexual
Right.
assault or abuse.
Right.
yeah, that's
You
true.
know?
That's true.
I mean, and I'm not making fun of the situation, but what I'm trying to say is, I mean, when you are, let's say, a Charlie Sheen, a Ben Roethlisberger,
Right.
whatever you are,
Right.
going out of your house is a pain in the ass. Going out of your house is a pain in the ass.
Man.
Because I'm not a celebrity, but I mean, you know, on the radio here,
Yes, you are.
people know me locally. No, but listen to me, Kevin. People know me locally.
Yep.
So I know if I'm in a good mood and I go out that day, and whoever may know me, you know, I say, good morning, hi, how are you, blah, 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 blah. You know, people say, oh, you know, Goumba's a decent man. If I'm in a bad mood, all right, and I treat one person poorly, believe me, that one person will tell 10 people today.
Yep.
Right.
A day. You know what? I met that Goumba Johnny, and he's a real douche. You know what I mean? People, I mean, it's like the old saying, bad news travels like wildfire,
Yes, sir.
and slow good news travels like molasses. You know what I mean? So I really don't even have to watch myself because I'm on the radio. People don't even know what I look like. Man, I tell you, I always pull back. I pull back because I know
He
that
knows.
people are dying to say bad stuff about you.
Of course.
And how could this guy not know? How could he
Exactly.
not know? You know what I mean? And you know what? The second incident, the first incident, I gave him the benefit of a doubt. I said, you know what? I always give the athlete the benefit of the doubt. But when it starts adding up, this is the second incident. You know what? We need to clear this up.
Yep.
Clear it up.
Yep.
We
Well,
need to clear it up.
I'll keep my eyes out for it.
and
If
have
I
to
see
tell you,
anything, I'll let you know.
Yeah, let us know what's going on. Let us know if you hear any inside information out. But
Well,
you know what? Bottom line is you got to protect the women.
Got to protect the women.
absolutely.
You know, got to protect the women. You know what I mean? And I hope the truth comes out.
I do too.
But Kevin, I'll talk to you tomorrow
All
after
right,
we
cool.
watch the game.
All right, guys, have a good day too. Talk to you later.